This is a really bad habit, but every single time I go to Starbucks, I always ask for a straw because they used to be right at the front of the counter, but now they're in the very back, and I just haven't invested in a metal straw yet, but that's definitely the one thing that I need to stop doing.
Whenever I go to places like Shake Smart or Starbucks, I don't usually bring my own cup or anything, and I feel like I could do that because it wastes a lot of material by not bringing reusable cups and bowls and things like that.
I always see voter booths and a lot of causes for political issues, but I never really see much being done for the environment, so I definitely think that there's a few places where the school could maybe advocate a little bit more, educate people a little bit more. I have a few friends at hippy dippy, like super tiny private schools, and they definitely do environmental outreach, and they're a lot more sustainable. All of their cups are compostable. I think that there are definitely some schools in the nation that do more.
A lot of the ways that food is packaged, I think, is absolutely atrocious. For example, Subway, the majority of the people that are going to go out there don't need a bag. They'll just be eating the food like right outside. So absolutely infuriating that they give out bags every time.
The best way to compare is with metrics. And the most common metric and reporting system used in higher ed today is the ASHE STARS program. It has a ranking system a lot like LEED, where you can be silver, gold, or platinum. We got a strong silver rating in 2017 with our first submission. We just submitted an update in 2019 and received a gold score that gave us the third highest STARS score in the CSU out of the 23 campuses. Our next goal is to reach the top score in the CSU, and we're aiming for that by 2022. And then our aspiration for that is to move to platinum, and there are currently only 5 platinum rated universities in the world. You can never get everybody to buy into or follow these kind of policies, procedures, or adopt certain behaviors. And that's why we have an education and outreach program. We have an opt-in program in some of the residences for students that live in on-campus housing to get a little under cabinet covered bucket to put food waste in. And so when they opt in, we can train them what they can and cannot put in there. And then we know we have a committed person that has agreed to follow a protocol for the waste that we collect. But in order to put bins out in the public, well, we're going to be wrestling with this. The challenge is it's so confusing to the public of what is and is not compostable, and plastics and other things that are not compostable get mixed into those streams. I don't think the composting process is ever going to develop much tolerance for contaminants. So the solution is twofold. Again, it's education, outreach, and signage to improve awareness and the subsequent behavior. But the other target is on source reduction, working with campus dining, campus events and conference services.
Most of our trash and recycling ends up in the same place. It's hard because it's not necessarily the most exciting thing, and there's so many different things that you can recycle. All these different types of plastics, like some part of it is recyclable, but you have to take it apart. People also do not know how to compost. If there's one thing that's not compostable, then you have to throw the whole batch away.
The challenge is trying to avoid preaching to the choir, right? There is a community of students that this is the most important thing in the world. And so we work with those students all the time, but our primary mission is to expand the visibility of that work and to make it more available to a broader cross-section of the student populations. We're planting the seeds by building values in students that helps establish the way they will go about their career for 30 plus years. And we're talking about educating the decision makers and the problem solvers of the future to be climate champions.